If you're a woman who wants to get married, here's where you should wait until after 25. And this is coming from a woman who got married at 19. And I'm not saying this to shame anyone, I'm saying this to protect you. Number one and most important reason is your brain is still developing. Let's start with facts. So the prefrontal cortex, the front of your brain, that's the part of your brain that's responsible for long-term decision making, risk assessment, emotional regulation, boundaries, and all the good qualities you need for a good marriage. Those things don't fully develop until your prefrontal cortex fully develops, which is at 25. So when you marry young, you're not more romantic, you're less equipped to choose wisely. Less neurologically equipped to choose wisely. And thankfully I chose wisely, thank the Lord. But yeah, that's facts number one. Number two, before 25, you don't know who you are. You know who you are surviving as. From 18 to 24, most women are trying to unlearn people pleasing, trying to be chosen, adapting to whoever they're dating, and confusing compatibility with chemistry. You're not in your sovereign identity yet. You're in your conditioning era. Marriage locks you into an identity you didn't even finish forming. This is why a lot of Christy and Desmond, this plays a big role in them splitting. Number three, young women are easier to manipulate. This is uncomfortable, but it's true. When you're younger, you haven't seen enough patterns. You haven't been disappointed enough. You still explain red flags away. You confuse control with protection. And that doesn't make you stupid, it makes you inexperienced. And men who want power love inexperienced women. Number four, you outgrow the marriage faster than the marriage can evolve. Here's what no one tells you. Women grow exponentially between the ages of 20 through 30. So what happens is you marry someone who fits in your consciousness. He fits the consciousness version of your 1.0 version. But by 27, you're version 4.6, 5.0. And now you want more emotional depth, more safety, more ambition, more leadership. And suddenly, you're asking for too much. Before 25, love feels urgent. After 25, it feels intentional. When you're younger, love feels like I don't want to lose him. What if this is my only chance? I'll grow with him. At 25, love feels like, does this add peace to my life? Can I respect him long term? Does he have the capacity to lead? Are we growing in the same direction or are we growing apart? Do we have the same values? Did we outgrow values? Do we have the same religion belief system? Because that's a big one. That's a big one. If one person is heavy in a deep religion and you're more spiritual than religious because you understand what's going on with the religious aspect, that's another reason that those things can drift apart. And that shift alone saves women many years of pain. Number six, marriage and relationships amplify your wounds. They do not heal them. If you have not healed abandonment wounds, have learned to self-regulate and self-soothe yourself, build self-trust, establish boundaries, marriage will trigger you daily. Young marriage often becomes anxious woman, avoidant man. Overgiving woman, emotionally passive partner. And now you're married to your trauma. Number seven, financial power dynamics hit women very hard when they're young. When you marry before you build skilled, earned money, learn independence, you're more likely to tolerate disrespect, stay longer than you should, and fear starting over. Not because you're weak, but because the dependence changes power. Number eight, your standards are theoretical before 25 and experimental after. Before 25, standards sound like, I want a good man. After 25, standards sounds like, I need financial stability. I need emotional consistency. I need generosity without resentment. I need leadership, not potential. Experience sharpest discernment. Marriage should never be based on theory. Number nine, early marriage often locks women into roles that they did not consciously choose. A lot of young wives wake up at 28 realizing they became smaller. They stopped dreaming and they centered men too early. And now they're grieving the woman they never got to become. And that grief is heavy. And I'm not talking about thoughting and bopping, because no, you should never be thoughting and bopping. Start there. I'm talking about your identity forming, your individuality, what you like, what you don't like. you have to experience that through dating and experiencing. And I mean, when I say dating, I mean data analysis, dating other people, not sleeping with other people, but dating to experience yourself. Number 10, waiting does not delay love, it protects it. And this is the part people hate hearing. Waiting doesn't mean you miss out, it means you choose better. You recognize red flags faster, and you enter a marriage as a whole woman and not as a hopeful girl. The woman you become after 25, she does not beg for love. She evaluates it, okay? And let's be honest, majority of people marry wrong. So I'd rather you wait to get married than thinking that you're in a rush. I notice women that want to be married and never been married or never had a real serious long-term relationship. They have like this desperation energy that they want to get married. And it reeks, and men can sniff that. They can sniff that as well, because they have this belief system of this fucking imaginary clock that's been programmed into their, like, you have this clock, you have this clock, you have this clock. It's bullshit. The clock is bullshit, okay? A woman should meet herself before she marries someone else, because marriage doesn't make you, it magnifies you. And if this resonated and you realize that you were never taught how to be with yourself instead of someone else first, then this is exactly why I created the Feminine Reset. It's for the woman who wants to come back home, rebuild her confidence, reconnect to her intuition, and learn who she is before she gives herself to someone else. Because the safest place a woman can return to is herself. Okay? I hope this video helped. I love you guys. Bye!